One more thing for October 23, 2025. Listen to Teachers on Fire, a recent episode that Tim put out. And welcome back to the podcasting chair, Tim, with your Saturday mornings and then sharing the audio from that with us. Fantastic. And you met with Marcus Luther recently, and I was like, Marcus Luther. I'm like, I've heard that name. That's because Marcus Luther is a podcaster, and with his co-host, I can't remember his name, but they are they're the Broken Copier podcast, and they bring us great educational thoughts. Marcus Luther also has a Substack, which I'm learning about, and I just subscribed to Substack, so I'm learning about this platform about sharing information. And in this episode, Marcus and Tim talk about a recent Substack article about that Marcus wrote about 4 ways to uplift students in your class. And he teaches English, and just how can we uplift students in the midst of our classroom and in our day, just relatively simple things that can just encourage students. I'm not going to get them in the order that they were presented, and I might miss one of them or so, but it has to do with things like highlighting student work and, asking a student if you can take a picture of their work and then put it in your file for other reasons, such as sharing with other students or for reflecting and showing as exemplars and things like that, and just going, hey, your work is really good. Could I save this, right? And just that's pretty cool. Another thing is to, when you're having a class discussion and we're writing notes about a topic, when you're having this discussion, someone says something and has an insight, pause for a moment and say, okay, everybody, I want you to write down what so-and-so said, because that is honoring to them. And they're like, whoa, man, really? I just said that? And people are writing it down. So that's kind of cool, right? Let's take a quote from what he just said. So that's one of those things. Kneeling down beside a student and talking to them about their work, to honor them, and just say, hey, I noticed that you're working really hard doing this, right? And I think, oh yeah, this is a good one. I see that you're doing some great work. Who can I tell about this? And asking the students that question, because we assume that we can just tell their parents, and we go tell their parents, and do we have their permission to tell their parents? I don't know. But if we ask them, who would you like to me to tell about what you're doing right now, it can be very empowering and uplifting. They talk about ways that you can have students journal about their writing journey, as well as the problem with AI in education and how it has taken the thinking away. All right, that's all I got. Thanks, Tim. Thank you, Marcus.